Hi guys, here's my reflective journal for module number 2. I'll get stuck into the questions. So how does my perspective compare to one of these perspectives on social change? So a perspective I decided to talk about today is the guy I did an essay on, simply because I've got all that knowledge stuck up in my head there, and I'm absolutely motivated and completely inspired by this guy, simply because of his and my beliefs are very similar. He deserves that. Everyone's equal and there should be peace in everyone's hearts, and everyone deserves some compassion. He goes out onto the street and offers his profession, hairdressing, to the homeless, but not just gives them a haircut. He gives them companionship, and yes, compassion. Talks to them about their problems. He's an ex-drug addict of 6 years and shares his stories and helps these guys get through their day-to-day fights and challenges they're having with life. His words are that everyone has something special, and we're all God's children, which is absolutely correct. He's taking what I believe to the next level by acting out and going out there and really changing people's lives for the better, making them feel worthy. Because when you feel good physically about yourself, you then sparks something inside that makes you feel good about yourself as a person, not just not just for how you look, which is great. Is stimulating the change process in people to make them better, upstanding citizens, which is essentially what I could do. I could start a community-based group for people who don't necessarily have jobs, because I have a lot of friends and acquaintances out there that actually aren't really motivated to find work and go into work simply because of who they work for. They work for people that don't really care for social ties, and they're not good leaders, they're not good managers, and these friends of mine, they'll go to Woolworths and they'll last a couple of weeks, and they'll go to the IGA, or they'll go somewhere like that, and mostly retail, and simply not last in their jobs because of people they're working with people that don't share the knowledge of community, and I think that's very important, that people understand why they're doing what they're doing. Well, men anyway. Women, I'm not too sure about that sort of thing, but I know me personally and my mates, my blokey kind of mates, we all like to see the bigger picture on things, and starting a community-based group to get boys and girls who are struggling to find work to come in and learn about community and learn about friendship, and hopefully make some friends that they can further go on to further go on to getting jobs together, so that they're in it together, in the same sort of fight, if you like, together, because togetherness is important, and this community group could that these boys and girls and men and women could get references from the people running the group. People running the group would be people with careers, which would be very great. Which would be very good. That would be something I could do to match Nazir on the same way of social activism, because it's very true for these people that it's not what you do, it's who you do it with. Okay, second question is, go and find a piece of writing on social change that influences you immediately. Did you question it, or didn't you question it, and why? Well, I definitely didn't question this one. I completely agree with it. It's a quote from a article that Andrew Dodd, is the journalist. He wrote this in the ABC National Radio website. He wrote an article on social change, and he quoted the Dr. Bronwyn King, a lady who would manage to convince superannuation companies to divest $2 billion, a whopping $2 billion from the tobacco industry. So it's great. She obviously had a very strong belief that the tobacco industry was getting simply too much money and not getting taxed enough, which is great. No one likes smoking. It's essentially a killer, and it's one of the leading causes of cancer and heart disease and stroke. And the fact that she was able to do that is an incredible feat. And her quote in Andrew's article is that that things don't change because they should change. Things change because people make them change. And I think if you have the opportunity to change something that you believe needs to be fixed, then you should do it. So the first part of that quote, that things don't change because they should, things change because people make them change. How I interpret that is, things aren't going to move if you don't get off the couch. Things aren't going to aren't going to change if you don't do anything about it. Simple as that. And the reason this was so powerful for me is because it's not just positive. She's not a motivator. It's not her occupation. She's not spreading positive mindset gospel to the community. She acted first, and then quoted second, spoke second. So she did this amazing task, and then she just related it back to the general concept that things don't happen unless you make them happen, which is absolutely just proves the raw absolute strength of just a simple individual mind. It has the power to do absolutely anything. It's been proven time and time again. Just recently I've seen on Facebook there's bloody Transformers already been made. There's more evidence that simply you just got to believe and it will happen. Soon we'll be wearing wings on our backs and flying to work and things like that. No doubt, because the amount of strength that people have to just simply change beliefs into reality is great. And Andrew Dodd quote here in this article from the Dr. Bronwyn, Dr. Bronwyn King's very, very, just again powerful, I believe, and she created a huge change. It's very good. So my battery's going flat. I'm going to pause it here.